What's up, guys? This is Coach LaRussa from MakePlayz.com, welcoming you back to another episode of Film Room Fridays. Today we'll break down Duke commit and 5-star point guard Trevon Duval. In the spring of 2015, we made our way up to UVA for the annual Top 100 camp. The depth of talent was a thing of beauty, featuring players like Markelle Fultz and many more. But despite the loaded 2016 class, there was a sophomore guard who ended up stealing the show, and his name is Trevon Duval. That was the first time we saw Trevon, and he's only gotten better. 2 years later, and he's committed to the Blue Devils, and today we'll break him down. So what does it mean to be shifty? Just watch and see. Duval's got moves and counter moves, crosses and double crosses, and he's not the type to premeditate them. It's an instinct that he's got, and it makes him extremely tough to defend. He'll get a defender leaning and then bam, he's gone. And this isn't just for show. Even the nation's best have fallen victim to him. We've already seen his handles, well now you see his hops. There's no question that Trevon will soon be a fan favorite at Duke. With every run out, there's a potential top 10 play coming soon. These type of plays will make the Cameron Crazies even more impactful in a game. Run out dunks can lead to a momentum shift, which could put them over the top in a tight game. Transition is the name of the game nowadays, so coaches do whatever they can to find a guard who can really push the tempo. This is good news for Coach K, because Trevon has NBA-ready speed in transition. He's going to be able to make plays on missed shots as well as made shots, putting constant pressure on defenses to get back in transition. He can go from jogging the ball at the court to seeing a gap and bursting into the lane. This is where a good portion of his scoring comes from as well, as opposing teams struggle to stop the ball. And in the Duke system, it'll give them great balance because they'll have plenty of shooters available to spread the floor. Now let's move to the half court and break down each way that he's able to attack the paint. First, let's watch him in triple threat. He'll go to the fundamental rip through or a quick jab step to blow by his defender for a straight line drive. And once he gets a step on you, he's got no trouble finishing in traffic. In pick and roll, he understands how to run his man into the screen, keeping the defender on his hip and getting downhill to his kill zone in the middle of the paint. From here, he can either finish at the rim or finish with a floater. Defenders who hedge on him will have to make it a priority to not allow him to turn the corner. If they show half-heartedly, he'll simply blow by him for an easy layup. Opposing coaches will have to make it a priority to cut him off. And if the hedger comes out too wide, he's got a nifty split and can blow by bigs who don't close off the gap. Watch how low he gets when splitting. This is key for you youngsters trying to learn how to do this. You've got to get lower than the D. This next read is what we call snaking the ball screen. He drives left, then crosses back to his right after coming off the screen. This is an NBA read. The last read we've seen him do in the ball screen is to set his man up to reject the screen. He's got a great burst on his first step, so this is very effective for him to keep defenders guessing. So if there's a gap or an open post, he'll reject the screen and attack the basket. Now we'll look at his ability to avoid shot blockers using a right-handed running hook. This is a high degree of difficulty, and Trevon seems to have mastered the touch on this shot. So as he breaks his man down and gathers for his shot, he purposely fades away from the rim, allowing him to put a high arc over top of the defense. As you can see in this clip here, even the long and athletic Josh Jackson is unable to block it. The last set of finishes we'll take a look at are what sets him apart in many cases. These are confrontational finishes, going up and challenging defenders head on. There just aren't many guards who can explode by defenders and play above the rim in traffic. This ability makes him unique in his position and will be a factor when NBA GMs are evaluating him for the 2018 draft. So far, we've seen that he can get himself a bucket, but all this means is that he'll draw more attention from help defense, opening up his teammates for open shots. Trevon can basically do any dribble move with his eyes closed, so seeing the floor comes naturally to him as he's always got his head up. This ability to handle the ball at such a high level is what makes his court vision so good, and his ability to attack is what gets his teammates so open. So when you put it all together, you can see why he's able to facilitate at such a high level. And for Duke fans, take a second to imagine him having Grayson, Gary, and Jordan spacing the floor, ready to sniper down opponents when they get kickouts. And if the opposing bigs rotate to stop him, get ready for Lob City with Marquise Bolden and Wendell Carter. Every guard needs a good mid-range game, and this is an area where I believe Trevon can be very good throughout his career. Freeze it here. This situation happens a lot, where he beats his man and the bigs are deciding whether or not to rotate up. Once he finally makes a decision to go, it's too late. Trevon has already pulled up. It's all about getting to the spot. I can guarantee you he's repped his jumper from the elbows and the short corners a million times. So now it's his job to get to those spots as much as possible. So whether he's getting there with a ball screen, pulling up in transition, or just breaking his man down off the dribble, he's going to be making a living getting to those spots and knocking down his mid-range jumper. In today's game, guards need to be able to shoot because of the importance in pick and roll. If you can't shoot, the D will sag off and go under. So to keep him honest, you'll need to be able to knock it down when the D goes under. This is something Trevon is still developing, but is steadily improving. When playing off the ball, Trevon can also space the floor and knock down a three off the catch. This will allow time for Grayson to have the ball in his hands while Trevon spaces the floor. And as the shot clock dwindles down, Trevon can create a shot from anywhere on the floor. So Coach K can just put the ball in his hands and let him make a play. And you know what? I think that's a wrap for today. Thanks for checking out today's breakdown of Trevon. Tune in next week for another episode of Film Room Fridays. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We'll see you next week.